The Darwin 200 global voyage begins in 2023, following the route of Charles Darwin on HMS Beagle. Sail aboard the spectacular tall ship Oosterschelde. With her wood-panelled saloon and comfortable cabins, she is one of the most beautiful historic vessels afloat. The global voyage consists of 32 voyage legs. Information on all of these can be found on our website, as well as a booking form to sign up. Voyage Leg 1 starts in the historic town of Plymouth, England, where Charles Darwin stepped aboard HMS Beagle. Join us for a departure party and sail to the beautiful Canary Islands, ending in Tenerife, home to exquisite beaches, volcanoes, and exotic wildlife. Voyage Leg 2 starts in Tenerife and ends in the Cape Verde Islands. Discover the tropical landscapes, sapphire waters, and diverse wildlife that enthralled Charles Darwin during his forays ashore. Cape Verde is famed for its dramatic hill walking, the Viana Sand Desert, and extensive coral reefs home to green sea turtles. Voyage Leg 3 sails from Cape Verde to the spectacular volcanic islands of Fernando de Noronha off the coast of Brazil. Home to historic ruins, beautiful beaches, and unique wildlife, these islands abound with tropical seabirds and rich marine life, including spinner dolphins and pilot whales. Although little known to the outside world, the Fernando de Noronha Islands are one of South America's best-kept secrets. Flights connect to several cities in mainland Brazil for easy onward travel. Voyage Leg 4 departs Fernando de Noronha to the Brazilian coast to reach the city of Salvador, a UNESCO World Heritage Site filled with historic colonial heritage, little changed since the time of Charles Darwin's visit. The city is noted for its cuisine, vibrant music, and energetic dance, as well as beautiful nearby beaches. Voyage Leg 5 sails south along the breathtaking coast of Brazil, past Sugarloaf Mountain, into one of the most beautiful harbours of the world. Explore the UNESCO World Heritage history of Rio and visit the sites of this world-class city. From the mountains of Corcovado to Copacabana Beach, discover the countless wonders of the tropical countryside nearby Rio, from beautiful waterfalls to diverse wildlife. While sailing during this voyage leg, the coast from Salvador to Rio boasts dramatic views. Voyage Leg 6 departs Rio de Janeiro for Montevideo, the colourful and historic capital city of Uruguay, located on the northeastern bank of the Rio de la Plata. Explore the city's picturesque old town and vibrant traditional markets. Savour local dishes and discover nearby seaside resorts with sandy streets and pine forests. Montevideo is a perfect point for you to explore Uruguay after this voyage leg, and flights connect this charming city to destinations worldwide for easy onward travel. Voyage Leg 7 sails across the Rio de la Plata from Montevideo to Buenos Aires to discover Argentina's most energetic city. From wine tasting in the best Argentine bodegas to tangoing through the night, visit a traditional Estancia horse ranch in the Pampa outside the city and savour some of the best beef steaks in the world. Arrive in style, then explore Argentina's capital. This voyage leg is perfect for those wanting to visit one of South America's most exciting countries. Voyage Leg 8 journeys along the Argentine coast, past kilometres of pristine beaches and bays. Follow Charles Darwin's footsteps and journey deep into Patagonia to explore the dramatic frontier landscape of the Pampa. Spot wild rhea and guanacos, species of llama, as well as caracaras and steamer ducks. The Patagonian coast is seldom visited by most tourists, but home to breathtaking landscapes and wildlife. We will make landfall along the coast as weather and circumstances allow. Voyage Leg 9 sails to the Falkland Islands, home to an astounding range of wildlife, including 5 species of penguins, the world's largest albatross colonies, elephant seals and fur seals. Several days are planned to visit key islands as circumstances allow. The Falklands are one of the world's best kept wildlife secrets. We will visit spectacular wildlife hotspots and historic sites where weather and circumstances allow. Highlights include vast shag, penguin and albatross colonies and seal beaches. Voyage Leg 10 explores the Strait of Magellan. Spot penguins, seals and whales from the deck of our ship. In the heart of this frontier land at the end of the world, we reach Punta Arenas, a fascinating gold rush boomtown beset with elaborate wool boom mansions lying close to the terminus of the Andes. If weather and circumstances allow, we may be able to visit Steeple-Jason Island en route from Stanley, home to the world's largest albatross colony. Voyage Leg 11 sails through the breathtaking Chilean fjords in Charles Darwin's wake, through some of South America's most beautiful scenery. Spot glaciers, dramatic peaks, and wildlife along the shores. We'll land, where possible, to explore the mysterious forest of stunted mossy trees, before venturing north along the dramatic Chilean coast. We'll make landfall as weather and circumstances allow. Keep watch for seals, penguins and whales. The Chilean fjords are a nature lover's dream. Voyage Leg 12 journeys from Concepcion to the historic city of Valparaiso, home to UNESCO World Heritage Spanish colonial architecture. The city is known as Little San Francisco and the jewel of the Pacific. Explore the craggy backstreets of this colourful old town and savour exotic local fruit and vegetables in traditional markets. This little visited part of South America is home to some of the continent's most dramatic coastlines and beautiful beaches, rich with seals and seabirds. Voyage Leg 13 sails north with views across the Atacama Desert, famed for some of the most unearthly scenery in South America. Land at remote fishing villages, spot seabirds and sea lions in a virtually untouched ecosystem, and reach the historic seaport of Callao and adjacent Lima, both treasure troves of history from Spanish colonial times. This voyage leg allows you to really get off the beaten track and see parts of Chile few visitors ever get to experience. Voyage Leg 14 starts by sailing along the coast of the Atacama and ends at jungle-clad shores. This adventurous journey passes quaint fishing villages, stunning beaches spanning kilometers, and vast seabird colonies. Seldom explored, this remote coastline is one of South America's best-kept secrets. We will make landfall as weather and circumstances allow. From deck, be awed by the breathtaking coastal scenery and keep watch for migratory whales. Voyage Leg 15 is the iconic part of the global voyage, sailing to the Galapagos Islands. Scan the horizon for the dramatic islands to appear in the sea mists. Then explore the volcanic isles that captivated Charles Darwin. Several days are planned to include sailing trips around the islands and land visits to key wildlife sites as weather and circumstances allow. Ashore, you may spot giant tortoises, marine iguanas, frigate birds, unique finches, and the spectacular landscapes that make the Galapagos famous. Voyage Leg 16 sails between two of the world's most fascinating island groups. Explore the incredible Galapagos Islands before boarding this leg. Then at Easter Island, marvel at the approximately 1,000 monumental statues called moai, created by the early Rapa Nui people. In the waters around Easter Island, spot humpback whales, dolphins, and, if you're lucky, giant blue whales. Flights connect with mainland Chile for easy onward travel. Voyage Leg 17 journeys across the Pacific Ocean to land at the fascinating Pitcairn Islands, home to the descendants of the mutiny on the Bounty. Pitcairn is rich with history, including ancient Polynesian rock carvings and unique bird life. Taste local breadfruit and unique honey. After Pitcairn, sail through the coral-rich waters of French Polynesia, arriving at Mangareva in the Gambier Islands. Flights connect Mangareva to Tahiti and beyond, allowing for easy onward travel. Voyage Leg 18 involves exploring the islands of Western French Polynesia, stopping in locations where few tourists are able to visit. Explore remote villages, snorkel over pristine coral reefs, and land on coconut-fringed beaches. We aim to sail to remote atolls and coral islands. We arrive at Papeete on the main island of Tahiti in French Polynesia. Voyage Leg 19 is all about atolls and islands. Explore one of the most beautiful parts of our world, the scattered moss-green islands of Polynesia that rise out of sapphire blue waters. Discover local cultures, including traditional dancing and outrigger canoes, and visit fringing reefs and turquoise lagoons. We will land on as many islands as weather and circumstances allow. Explore beautiful Tahiti before and after this leg, perfect for a pre- or post-voyage holiday. Voyage Leg 20 sails to one of the Pacific's best-kept secrets, the Cook Islands. Witness a traditional fire dance ceremony, savour delicious tropical fish cooked on a Polynesian hot stone oven, and discover some of the most beautiful coral reefs and beaches in the Pacific. Snorkel in the waters of the Cook Islands, famed for their pearls and beautiful tropical forests. This voyage leg is perfect for those that want to relax after an intrepid sailing adventure. Regular flights provide easy onward travel. Voyage Leg 21 sails to the islands of the Kingdom of Tonga, home to authentic centuries-old culture, history and traditions. For 1,000 years, Tongan monarchs have ruled over the isles rich with beaches, tropical reefs, and waters frequented by migrating humpback whales. Today, Tonga is known as the true South Pacific for its unspoilt beauty. On arrival, explore the island's unique cultures and beautiful tropical forests rich with wildlife. Regular flights service Tonga's airport for onward travel. Voyage Leg 22 journeys to the heart of the South Pacific to land on tropical islands and experience some of the most breathtaking underwater vistas in the world. Known as the soft coral capital of the world, the Fijian Islands are home to rainbow reefs, as well as remote villages, palm-fringed beaches of powdery sand, and azure waters. This voyage leg is ideal for those that wish to experience two of the most varied islands in the Pacific. After arrival, relax at one of Fiji's opulent resorts. Voyage Leg 23 sails to New Zealand's Bay of Islands. On shore, explore rich Maori culture, historic colonial ruins, and New Zealand's unique wildlife. Discover the backdrop of ancient kauri forests, and as we glide amongst the Emerald Isles and crystal waters, look out for whales, dolphins, seals, and seabirds. The Bay of Isles is regarded as one of New Zealand's most beautiful locations. At the end of this voyage leg, you'll be perfectly placed to explore New Zealand's North Isle. Voyage Leg 24 starts after scheduled maintenance in Auckland. Oosterschelde will sail across the Tasman Sea and into spectacular Sydney Harbour for a unique view of the world-famous Opera House and Harbour Bridge. Walk in Charles Darwin's footsteps, exploring the Blue Mountains and the historic Rocks waterfront. During the crossing of the Tasman Sea, look out for migrating whales and scan the horizon for the heads as you approach the dramatic coast that marks the entrance of Sydney Harbour. Voyage Leg 25 sails from Sydney south along the New South Wales dramatic coastline, past breathtaking beaches, remote coastal towns and rocky headlands before crossing the Bass Strait to reach Tasmania and the historic port city of Hobart. Ashore, wander through the city's historic streets, its colonial history, and visit traditional pubs. Tasmania is a nature lover's paradise, as well as being home to some of Australia's finest vineyards and top restaurants. After the voyage, treat yourself to a gourmet tour of the island. Voyage Leg 26 crosses the Tasman Sea. Sail from Hobart to Christchurch to achieve one of the world's greatest sailing adventures. During the transit, look out for whales and albatrosses. As New Zealand rises on the horizon, marvel at the beautiful coastline and land in one of the country's most vibrant cities. Ashore, enjoy wine-tasting trips and world-famous cuisine in boutique restaurants. Voyage Leg 27 offers you the chance to sail the legendary Cape Horn. In past centuries, sailors that accomplished this feat earned the title of Cape Horner to boast of their seafaring victory. They were held in such reverence that they were granted the right to wear a gold loop earring and the right to dine with one foot on the dinner table. Become a Horner for yourself. Along the way, spot whales, dolphins, penguins and albatrosses. This voyage leg is not for novice sailors, but for those seeking a genuine sailing adventure. Voyage Leg 28 sails to South Georgia, home to one of the world's greatest concentrations of wildlife. Tens of millions of seabirds, penguins, fur seals, elephant seals and whales. 6 days are scheduled for exploring ashore along South Georgia's northern coast. We will visit key whaling stations and wildlife hotspots such as Grytviken, Salisbury Plain and St Andrews Bay. We then sail to Tristan da Cunha, the most remote inhabited island on Earth, to discover a vibrant community in the heart of the South Atlantic. Voyage Leg 29 sails to St Helena, which has been described as a living museum for its rich history. Home to hundreds of unique species of animals and plants, as well as Longwood House, where Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled. Regular flights depart St Helena for onward travel. An optional land-based guided tour of the fascinating historic sites and wildlife hotspots of St Helena is planned. Voyage Leg 30 sails to Ascension, one of the most interesting volcanic islands in the world, home to vast nesting turtle populations, migrating land crabs, large seabird colonies, colonial forts, and an artificial rainforest instigated by Charles Darwin. Flights service St Helena and Ascension, allowing for easy travel before and after this voyage leg. Stay on Ascension Island after arriving for an optional guided tour to explore the wildlife and history of the island. Voyage Leg 31 crosses the equator to the Azores. Explore this emerald archipelago filled with extinct volcanic peaks and craters, now covered with lush subtropical jungle and diverse wildlife. Visit remote fishing villages and historic towns, savor local cuisine, and spot dolphins and whales in the blue Atlantic waters. Voyage Leg 32 offers you the chance to join the final leg of Charles Darwin's journey. Sail from the Azores to Falmouth, England. Step ashore at the very dock where Charles Darwin's voyage on HMS Beagle ended. During our journey, spot sunfish, dolphins, whales, blue sharks, and if you're lucky, giant basking sharks. Discover the quaint streets of historic Falmouth. Participants of all voyage legs are invited to a party on our arrival to mark the successful conclusion of the Darwin 200 global voyage. Visit our website to sign up for one or more legs on the Darwin 200 global voyage. We look forward to welcoming you aboard.